ready, Cadabra Valley, for the real. I'm saying the real sports talk. Coming live from Flip's Barbershop from Newton, North Carolina, with your host, Dennis Lee, and co-host Danny Hips. And you know, this your man, DJ P. Free, providing the sounds for your listening pleasure. Flip's Barbershop Sports Talk. Let's go.
Yeah, y'all ready? Go. All right. Get ready to bring y'all in. And you live, man, you live. Good morning, folks. Good morning, and welcome to Flip's Barbershop Sports Talk. Hey, we got a big day today. Got talking about some high school football from last night. Of course, today's Saturday, so you know we talking about college football. And, of course, tomorrow, NFL Sunday. Sherrod, big night last night. Some big wins for some big local high school football teams. And the big game last night was Maiden at Bunker Hill. And I tell you what, the Bunker Hill Bears are legit. Not just because that game, they're 8-0 for a reason. So we'll talk about that in a little bit. We got some players from Bunker Hill, some coaches from Bunker Hill in the shop. So obviously we're going to talk about the game last night a little bit. But I'm going to run down some scores real quick from last night. The Maiden at Bunker Hill score was Maiden 9, Bunker Hill 49. Another big game last night, Newton at Bandy's 34, Newton 20. East Burke at Lincolnton 42, East Burke 14. We had West Caldwell at West Lincoln 54, West Caldwell 14. The team that I'm rolling with, I've told you I'm jumping on that bandwagon. Obviously we jumping on all the Catawba Valley teams, but Hickory last night keeps rolling, 51, West Iredale 27, East Lincoln 55, and St. Stephen's 13. And North Lincoln at Frey-T. Ford, I think it was 49-14. So, Sherrod, some big wins for some local teams last night.
It really was, and it's good to see the Catawba County schools really doing it big. I mean, it was at one point some of the schools around here, you look at them, it was like they was the whipping boys for everybody, and now they turning it around. You like to see that. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, the Catawba Valley, we got some great teams in the Catawba Valley. Hopefully, we're about 3 weeks away from playoff time, and hopefully we can keep rolling when it comes to playoff time. Like I said, we got a big day today. We got a couple of guys coming in, talk to us. We got Hickory High School football coach Joe Glass here. We'll be talking to him in about a couple minutes about last night's win. Also, we got some Bunker Hill kids, the athletes. Come ask them some questions, talk about big win last night and last two games of the regular season. Another thing, also last night in college football, great game last night. And when I went to bed, it was 22-0. I think my nephew said it was third quarter. It was 29-0 Colorado over Stanford. I woke up this morning, Sherrod, and they went to double overtime, and Mr. Prime Time went down again.
I look at it like, hey. Like they said before, when it comes to the bigs, it's been said, they don't have the bigs to keep up with these bigger schools. Skill positions, they are all right. But then you got to remember this, too. Everybody like Prime Time went down. Prime ain't out there catching no passes or tackling nobody. It's, he gives them the plan, they got to execute. It's just, some of the players or whatever, they're a little smaller in stature compared to what they're going against, and that makes a difference.
Yeah, it does. But hey, Prime does a lot of talking, so he's gonna have to take feedback when it comes to that.
That's the downfall of that. When you talk a lot, you're gonna catch when you don't live up to what you're talking. Hey, you're gonna have to hear it.
Hey, and they can't keep using the excuse Travis Hunter didn't play. He was on the field last night.
Yeah, he was. He had
and that was a Stanford team that I think that was 2-4. So 1-4. So. That was a great win for Stanford. It was at Colorado too, and Prime was complaining about how late that game was. Hey, Stanford wasn't complaining. So,
it's a part of the game.
real quick, don't forget next Saturday on 21st, Don't forget about our PS5 tournament. Madden PS5 tournament next week, next Saturday, starting at 10 o'clock. Hey, I hear a lot of people talking how good they are. Let's quit talking about it and be about it next Saturday. Starts at 10, double elimination, first and second place prizes. We will also be having, my club travel girls will be having a hot dog hamburger sale outside from 9 to about 1 or 2, wherever we sell out. So it's a big day next Saturday. So come out. If you're not in the PS5 tournament, at least come out, have you some hamburgers, hot dogs. Come and watch the PS5 tournament, which is pretty fun to watch. But I hear a lot of people. I hear a lot of kids. A lot of kids come up to me last night at the Maiden and Bunker Hill game and said, Coach Lee, when we have, can we get in? Hey, come and get in. It's $25. You can't get no better than that. And you play double elimination, and you never know. We're crowning the king of Catawba County next Saturday on the PS5 tournament, so on that Madden tournament.
I'll just be watching that part because I'm not that good at Madden.
So we're gonna have a big day next Saturday, but also we got a big day ahead of us today, folks. But as soon as we come back from break, we're gonna have Coach Joe Glass from Hickory High School Red Tornadoes. Hey, catch us on the flip side.
Not gonna get me up there and have me up.
Hey, welcome back. Welcome back to Flint's Barbershop Sports Talk. Talking about high school sports, high school games from last night. And one of the scores I mentioned last night was the Hickory Red Tornadoes still rolling 51, West Iredale 27. And we got Coach Joe Glass here. Appreciate you, Coach, for stopping by. And tell us about your big win last night. Tell us what was all happening last night and what all went good last night.
I mean, we pretty much did what we wanted to offensively throughout the night. I think we ended up having about 648 yards of offense. Coach Natoli's doing a great job with those guys, and like I told you guys earlier, skill-wise, we're pretty good there, and offensive line's doing well. So, defense played well. They've got a horse as a running back, so we had some trouble with him from time to time. But we kind of got one of those bend but don't break defenses. So we didn't break, but we bent a little bit. Okay, Coach. I see that you're rolling on offense. Tell us name a couple of your stars from last night on the offensive side. Oh, man. Brady Stober, of course. I mean, he hadn't had interception all year long and threw 2 last night off of tip balls, but I think he had almost 370 yards throwing, and then I can't remember. I'm not a stat guy, but Lackey had a big game. I know we had almost 300 yards rushing. So offensive line, of course, you got to talk about them first. They did a great job of making holes and giving spaces, and then D. Lee probably had his best night of the year. We thought there was, and then it wasn't even just catching the ball a couple times. He ran all the way across field, made touchdown blocks and things like that. And Ellis Chapel had a big night, some big plays. Jamian's had a heck of a year so far, and they started double covering him a lot. So they finally opened up a little bit, and he was able to get loose. And then of course Medley's always going to be Medley. He was another one that was all over the place. So. you know, Tyler Johnson came in running back, and he had some big long runs. So offensively, I mean, it's really not one person. It's kind of a group thing.
Yeah, and like me and Danny was talking last night. Like I remember our first episode you was on here, and you had said that, you know, skill position wise, it was probably the best field. I mean, skill position wise you've seen, you've been part of in a long time. So I mean, it's turning out that's pretty true right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely the best collective group of skill kids I've ever had.
And also, I mean, defense. You know, defense wins championships without that. And give us a couple names on the defensive side that you can name that you saw.
Big Rashad Swinton did a good job in the middle for us. You know, making double teams. Tristan Williams and Turner. Turner's playing with a slight meniscus tear, and I think he had 15 tackles last night. You know, they're playing well on the inside. Jake Arise did a good job on the outside. Had to move some people around. We got some injuries and things like that. Our best defensive lineman's out, so we kind of went by committee. Deke Young and we call him Moo Moo, but his name's Elijah Wilhelm. They played the defensive line for us, did a good job. Jameer Norwood had a good night, making some big tackles. Quan Oates, I actually threatened Quan this week and said, if you don't start coming up making tackles, I'm going to pull you and put somebody else in. And he came in and made some big tackles. He looked at me and told me it hurt a couple times, but he got it done. Will Prince did a great job at free safety, and Tyler Johnson. Like I said, once again, collective effort. If you ain't got 11 going to the ball, you're not going to be very good on defense. And most of the time, if you looked, we had 8 or 9 at least to the ball and 2 on the way.
I totally agree. Coach, we was talking about you. I don't know if you was listening yesterday, but we was talking about you yesterday. I was telling Danny, I remember several years back, I was like, I've always asked, like, I don't understand how Hickory Red Tornadoes cannot have a contender, you know, every year, as big as the city of Hickory is, you know, compared to these other small towns and stuff. And I think it starts with you, Coach. And I know you as humble as can be, but, like, you know, when people want to play for you, they come out and play. So, I mean, you know, you gave us big numbers at the beginning of, you know, when preseason started, and I honestly feel that you're a big part of the reason these kids are finally coming out and playing and coming out for you.
Well, I mean, it has a lot to do with their parents, too. We've got good parents, good kids. You know, we just try to treat them like they want to be treated, and now we're hard on them, and they'll tell you real quick. But, I mean, and it's our coaching staff. Our coaching staff does a really good job of, you know, I go in there before the game, and we've got some younger coaches that they're in there talking to them and everything else. You know, as old school coaches, we're outside walking and pacing and trying to figure out what we're going to do. But, you know, the young coaches have done a good job of coming in and really establishing relationships. And, you know, just like anybody's going to come up here and get on this microphone is going to tell you, it's about relationships and you know, kids knowing you care about them, and that's pretty much what it is.
Yeah. Coach, I know we got 2 regular season games left. Who you got left on your schedule?
We got Ford next week and then States for the week after.
Okay, Ford and States.
Coach, could I ask you this? I know, like, y'all having a great season. Everybody sees that. We don't want to look too far ahead because it was like, you know, y'all pretty much a shoe-in for the playoffs. But how do you keep them motivated this late? Record's looking good. And they're putting up a lot of points. How do you keep the kids motivated, not get them where they're distracted by that?
You know, I mean, our seniors have really taken that leadership role themselves, and I haven't really had to do a lot, believe it or not. I mean, we talked to our seniors about 2 or 3 weeks ago, sat down, had a conversation like, look, this is your team. We're going to be as good as you make us. And they've done a really good job of, you know, when we're sitting there and you know, sometimes, you know, you got those kids laughing and joking on the side, especially on Thursday walkthroughs, and seniors are checking them and getting them locked in. You know, that to me is a difference staying locked in. We can sit there and bark and do up downs and run and all we want to, but when you have player leadership, I think it makes a difference.
It really does.
Hey, Coach, like we was talking yesterday, I told Danny that I'm jumping on that Hickory bandwagon, so I hope there's some room on that train and bus for me to jump on, because you're a class act, and obviously, you know, I'm a Maiden Blue Devil at heart. My son plays there, but when it comes to playoffs, I pull for all the Catawba County teams, and you know, Bunker Hill, Hickory. You know, I'm jumping on them 2 teams. Just keep up with them. Hopefully, you know, hopefully we can bring state championships to Catawba County. But Coach Glass, you're a class act. You always answer my call or text, and I'm proud of what you're doing, and I hope you continue with your success.
I appreciate it. We do too.
All right. Thanks, Coach. I appreciate it. When we come back, we'll have the Bunker Hill Bears here. All right. Catch us on the flip side. Welcome back to Flip's Barbershop, Real Sports Talk. Like I said, we still talking about high school football from last night. And the game of the week last night was Maiden at Bunker Hill. Bunker Hill Bears showed everyone why they were 7-0 going in. And, this morning 8-0. So it was, obviously I was at that game. And, listen, from the get-go, they showed that, they're a great team, great coaches, great kids, and we got some of the Bunker Hill Bears players here, and I'm gonna let them introduce themselves, and we're going to ask a little bit of some questions about last night's game, and also just talk about the whole situation going in and what they're expected, last 2 games of the year. But I'm gonna let them kids introduce themselves. Who starting off with right here?
Cole Lomberger.
Cole Lomberger.
Xavier McCleve.
Jason Willis.
Walter McGill.
And Jalen Willis.
Hey fellas, last night, whoever wants to answer this question, what was the coaching staff telling you pregame right before the game started, and just letting you know what was going on, what was the thought of the game before the game started?
Really just come out there and do what we do. Not the team that we was playing, just do what we do.
Okay.
So that's what I was gonna say. Do what we do.
Yeah, you can only always worry about yourself. As long as you doing what you're doing, then everything else will fall in place. Hand the mic to Jason. Jason, I don't know how many rushing yards did you have last night? Do you know how many you had?
322.
Oh wow, yeah, I knew it was a lot. 322. How many carries?
28.
Wow. Yeah, they gave you the rock, and you showed why you one of the best running backs in the state. What class are you?
2025.
2025. So you have one more year.
Yes, sir.
You have one more year. Any colleges looking at you? Any recruiting you got going on right now?
I got a couple from ACC mostly.
ACC schools?
Yes, sir.
Can you name them?
I got Duke, Wake Forest, NC State, App, Clemson, and etc.
Okay, I like that. I like that. Yeah, you was toting that ball last night. And defensively, who plays defense for Bunker Hill out here? All of you. Tell us what your game plan was.
It was just really just stop them. You know what I'm saying? No big plays. You know what I'm saying? We stopped that. They said they could run on us, so we had to show them, you know what I'm saying, what we can do.
I tell you one thing I did notice last night, like when Maiden did break off something, like when the first player that hit him, everybody else was just swarming in. It was like all 11 players was on the same, one tackle. Every tackle there was like more than, it wasn't never a solo tackle. It was like 5 or 6, 7, 8 guys on the tackle. So what was you doing?
Our coach just preached rally to the ball.
Rally to the ball. I love that. Well, y'all, I'll tell you one thing. Y'all was rallying. Because every time I looked up, the first person hit him, then there was like 8 more coming at him. So, Sherrod, you got any questions for him?
I didn't make the game last. Oh snap! I ain't make the game last night, but that's another story. But my question is, it's been like a long time since Bunker Hill beat Maiden. So I guess you can kind of say y'all technically got the devil off your back now. So how do y'all feel about that, being the team to do it?
It feels good knowing that we have a community coming behind us and knowing that they care about it as much as we do, and it just feels good to do it for them and also do it for us and our coaching staff.
Well, one thing I got to say is we ain't been here all 34 years.
Exactly.
But we went and did what we were supposed to do.
No, that's a great point. 33 years is a long time. These young fellas
born at
didn't know about the 33-year losing streak, and they took care of their losing streak, when they had to. So, but it was a great effort, great team effort last night. Fellas, who y'all got next?
Newton Conover.
Newton Conover. That's another big game. And then I think you finish off with Bandy's, right?
Yeah, correct.
So, yeah, Newton and Bandy. So good. CVAC is loaded. So you got to be ready to play, every Friday night. Fellas, we appreciate y'all coming by and stopping by and talking to us. Big win last night for the Bunker Hill Bears, 49-9. And hopefully, 2 more games left, and we'll be following y'all throughout the playoffs. So once the playoffs start, every big win, I want y'all guys to come in here and talk to us every big win. All right? That sound good?
Gotcha.
We appreciate y'all stopping by. And on the next break, we're going to take a quick break, and then we'll be talking to Jason Willis on Faith Sports. Catch us on the flip side. Welcome back to Flip's Barbershop Sports Talk. As we always say since we started with this podcast, we're with the youth. We want to work with the youth and high school sports, middle school sports, and youth sports. And I got a guy here, Jason Willis. He's the founder of Faith Sports, a great organization to feed the youth and all the way to seniors in high school. So and that's what we want. That's what this podcast is for. Basically for the high schools to notice the kids and the youth sports. And we will be doing that. People. I was at the game last night and people come up to me and was talking about the podcast and they said, "How long you going to do it?" Well, we're going to go as long as we want to, as long as there's youth sports and high school organization sports, we're going to keep doing it. So I guess we're here forever, DJP Free. Yes, sir. But like I said, I got the founder of Faith Sports, and we're going to interview him real quick. And his name is Jason Willis. Welcome, Jason. Appreciate you coming by.
Thank y'all for having me.
But tell us a little bit about Faith Sports.
Well, Faith Sports, we try to work with young athletes from 4 to 18, where we try to use youth development to kind of into their lifestyle and try to help them be successful kids of the community.
Is it just this area? Do you go all around North Carolina?
Well, we'll go anywhere that they allow us to be. Our goal is, if we can, to be nationwide if we can, but it starts here. We have been very filled in the community in Catawba County. We've been in almost every area in Catawba County.
Okay. And as we was talking earlier, like us, the Flip Sports podcast, we're actually going in and joining in with Faith Sports. And we're going to start advertising and helping Jason with this Faith Sports organization. And we're going to team up and have different things going on, talking more about it every week. And what other events you got coming up with Faith Sports?
I'm looking to sit down maybe next week, the 22nd. I want to get with all the high school kids that we have been a part of their life. We want to start there because that's where the vision of Faith Sports started. We talked to the Bunker Hill kids earlier. Joe Glass came in here and talked. We've actually coached a lot of those kids coming up. So we want to get with the high school kids and show people what was the founding reason of Faith Sports, of us getting those kids high school ready.
I love it. And also, is it just any sport in general, or are you just doing football, or are we going to work with other athletes?
Well, we're kicking off with football, with spring football in January, but we're taking on all sports. The only thing we need is somebody that's motivated, somebody that's passionate, whatever sport that you want to be a part of, come on and get with us, man.
And that's great because I'm part of Athletes Lab academy and soccer club, and I like for my soccer kids to get involved in this. We can join in and just get everybody going. And also, you know, basketball. I got an AAU basketball team, you know, Team Maiden, and we'd love to get connected with you guys and just get all. I love what you're doing. I love, you know, the future, what you're looking at, the motivation you got, and that's what we're here for. Like I said, we're going to join up with you. Me and DJ P Free have decided, you know, we're going to go in with you and go join in with Faith Sports and see where it goes, and you help us, we help you. And that's what we're going to do. Also, tell us what you got going on. I know later on you got different events coming up, but is it different events in Catawba County?
Yes. I'll start talking about. We got spring football coming up in January. Faith Sports has started a Faith Sports Optimist. And we're up and running now. We're looking to start spring football, kick it off. We're looking to run a 24 through 26 campaign. I don't want to talk about it too much yet, but we will announce it with you all going forward, but we're taking on all sports. Our goal right now is trying to get 50 members to be a part of Faith Sports so we can run this thing correctly. We need volunteers. We need community people. We need sponsorships. We need people that's going to come in and help us make this a successful program.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm in. DJ P Free's in, so we're going to get them 50 that we need and get going and get started. I love what you're doing. What's the ages? What's the ages in there?
So we start from 4 to 18. We have 3 different board groups. So we look from 4 to 13. We have an Optimist board. From 14 up to 18, we actually have the North Carolina board, where we work with them differently because each group deserves something different.
Okay, I love it. I love it. I know you're the founder of Faith Sports. Who you got with us here?
Well, to the left, I got my president, Matt Lineberger. And to the right, I have my vice president, Maurice Peoples.
Okay. Welcome, guys. Welcome, guys. Also, are we looking into getting, you know, girls into it?
We're definitely co-ed. We're
Okay.
definitely co-ed. We will never leave out the females. I think female sports is definitely growing in the area. We would love to get the football part of female sports. That's something that's big, and softball as well.
I love it. I love it. I seen where, you know, I know the Charlotte area is what got the 7-on-7 girls program going pretty big.
Yes. Yeah,
and,
flag football.
Yeah, it's 7-on-7 football. And I heard eventually, you know, the NCHSSA will have a football, you know, for girls. So I love that. I love that. So that's really good. But Jason, I appreciate you. Anything else you want to say about the Faith Sports organization?
Only thing I want to say is that people need to take heed to youth development is very important. We talk about Catawba County. Personally, between us 3, we've coached a lot of these kids in this area. And the youth development has enriched the area with talent. And if we can keep enriching the area with talent, our competition level in this area will be great. And that's what you look for every Friday night. That's what you go out for, to make sure that you have good competitive games. And good competitive games will allow us to go to those state championship games and actually compete. So youth development is very important. But not only just the youth development part, we use the sports to actually mentor and be here for these kids. We talk about keeping these kids off the streets, but we got to give them something to keep them off the streets. And that's my biggest mission. So anybody that wants to truly help these kids, please come on Faith Sports Inc. At gmail.com. Come see me in the community, or any of us, reach out to us. Like I said, we're trying to put something together to actually do a major impact in this area.
I love that. And what you just said about the, you know, on the field is great, but off the field is more important. I always teach, you know, I tell my girls every week after practice that, you know, I want to coach you on the field, but I want you to be a better person off the field.
That's right.
Okay, and grades in school is the most important, and that's I love what you're doing. I'm in. So go ahead and count me in. Dennis Lee's in, and I know DJ P Free's in. So let's get this thing going. Hey, let's talk about it every week. Until it grows, until we reach 50, 100, 150, and we'll get it there. I appreciate you, Jason, coming by to talk about Faith Sports. Anytime, you got my number. You're welcome to come by and stop. Call me. Let's talk about it, and let's be about it. All right? Hey, on the next time we come back, we'll be talking to high school basketball AAU a little bit, and then continue with some football sports. All right? We'll catch us on the flip side.
Smoke. It's really, yeah, it's gonna be about that, but I do team. Yeah, that's
Welcome back to Flint's Barbershop Sports Talk. Overview of last night's football scores real quick. Bunker Hill 49, Maiden 9, Bandy's 34, Newton 20, Lincoln 42, Eastburg 14, West Lincoln 54, West Caldwell 14, Hickory 51, West Iredale 27, and East Lincoln 55, St. Stephen's 13, North Lincoln 49, Ford 14. Like I said, we're talking about all youth sports, and obviously, you know, as soon as football season's over with, we're going to continue on to basketball season. But right now, I know, you know, basketball season's getting ready to start. I think first day of high school tryouts is October 31st, if I'm not mistaken. And but, you know, we got AAU basketball and different, you know, open gyms and things starting to open up. And I got Coach TJ Tips here. With a great organization and a coach of Team Hickory, doing big things here in the Catawba County, and I got one of his players too here, Carly Starnes from High Brighton High School. Coach Tips, let us know what you got going on this weekend. Actually, that starts this weekend.
I'm just having a open gym for high school girls to come out and showcase their talents. There's going to be college coaches there. There's going to be media reporting on it. So when they first come in the gym, we're going to drill them, put them through drills so the coaches can see what they do. And then we're just going to let them get up and down and play.
Okay, Coach, is it just what you just want high school girls?
It's high school girls.
High school girls, freshman all the way to senior.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and this starts when?
It starts this Sunday. I'm going to do it the 15th, and I'm also going to do it again on the 29th.
Okay. October 15th and 29th. Where at, Coach?
It's going to be at Life Point Church in Hickory, North Carolina.
Life Point Church in Hickory. I got he brought us a flyer by. So remember, it's tomorrow, October 15th, and also October 29th from 2 to 4. Coach Tips, tell us what did you do to get started doing this?
I actually got tricked into coaching basketball. We were at a tournament, and a guy that had two teams, he was like, we need some parents to step up and help out with another team. So parents were like, yeah, me and Coach Tips will do it.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, I'll help him. So we got the girls warming up, and I'm sitting there watching the girls warm up. Game get ready to start. I turn around, the guy that volunteered us to help had walked back up in the stands.
Left you coaching.
Left me coaching. And 20 years later, I'm still in it.
Hey, that's awesome. That's awesome. It's great. It's great what you're doing for the community. And also just getting girls looked at and because I've always said there's a lot of times that, you know, high school kids, like, they play high school ball, but their high school coaches or anybody, you know, anyone else don't help them get recruited. So this is an awesome thing that you're doing. So you got different can you name a couple colleges that's coming?
I have Johnson and Wells. I believe Salem College is coming. I've talked to Presbyterian, North Carolina Central. I've talked to a lot of. I have a couple of community colleges coming. I have basically a lot of D2,
Yeah.
JUCO, NAIA coming.
And that's what I've always said. Even like like I said, I got a girls soccer program, and I always tell them, D2. I mean, you play D2, you can get recruited by D2. D2 schools don't, you always hear Division I, but I tell you what, in my personal with my son being recruited in soccer, like it takes a special animal to go Division I. So I mean, and people don't say Division II. No, Division II is great to go Division II, NAIA, and all these old lower class schools. But it's great what you're doing. It's great what you're doing, Coach. I see you brought somebody with you today.
Yeah, I brought one of my guards, Miss Carly Starnes.
Oh, okay, Carly, tell us a little bit about yourself. How old you are, what grade you in, and what high school you go to, and what position you play.
Well, my name's Carly Starnes. I go to High Brighton High School. I play point guard and shooting guard. And I'm 16 years old, and I'm class of 2025.
Okay, class of 2025. Are you being looked at by any schools right now?
Yeah, right now I have one offer from Beacon College in Florida.
Okay, that's awesome.
Just talking to a few coaches here and there.
Okay, well, hey, keep up and listen to Coach Tips, and he'll get you where you end up finally going. But it's great, Coach Tips. Great what you're doing, especially with the youth and the community. And now this is all girls from Catawba County, and what?
No, it's girls from anywhere they're invited. I even had girls sign up from South Carolina.
Oh man, that's awesome. That's awesome. That is awesome. That is awesome. So hey, if you're tuning in and listening, Coach Tips said any high school girl that's wanting to come out here and look and work some drills and stuff and get looked at by different schools. October 15th, which is tomorrow, from 2 to 4, and also October 29th from 2 to 4 at Life Point Church in Hickory, North Carolina. Address 2123 5th Street, Northeast Hickory. You can register. I think you can register or just come on by and just register with Coach Tips there at the church. Coach Tips, anything else you want to say about this?
Just girls, ladies come out and have fun. The ladies that are coming, try to be there at least 30 minutes early so we can get prepared and get going.
All right. Like I said, girls, if you're listening, please, and we'll keep advertising it. If any high school girl wants to get looked at and you feel like your high school coach or no one's helping you, there's always somebody helping you. And you got Coach Tips here willing to help and set up something like this, which is great. I've done it for girls soccer, and Coach Tips is doing it for girls basketball, and hopefully we'll get together and do it for boys basketball, also. But I appreciate what you're doing, Coach Tips, for with the community, and anytime you want to come back on Flip Sports Talk, you're welcome to. All right, thank you for coming.
No problem.
Catch us on the flip side. We'll be back. welcome back to Flip's Barbershop Sports Talk. First of all, a little thing. Remember, don't forget, next Saturday, October 21st, we got the Madden 24 PS5 Xbox tournament here. So I hear a lot of kids. I was out at the game last night. A lot of people come up to me, win the PS5 and win the Madden tournament. Next Saturday. So register as soon as possible. We got some spots left open, but that's next Saturday. We also be having a hamburger hot dog sale. My Athletes Lab soccer team, travel team, will be selling hamburgers and hot dogs out here at Flip's Barbershop. So come on by, get in the Madden tournament, or come by and eat your hot dog or hamburger next Saturday, and help out the cause, help out the girls out here from Athletes Lab soccer program, which they'll be coming on here soon. They've had in 3 tournaments. We got 1 runner-up, 1 championship. Won the championship last weekend in Columbia, South Carolina. These girls are ranked, we're 13-year-olds all the way to the 18-year-olds, and we're playing up. So I only got, I got two seniors on the team. The rest of them, honestly, are 8th graders up. So these girls are pretty talented all over the nation. But last night, went over high school football. I got a young man here that we've asked to come by and talk to us from Newton Conover High School, Red Devils. He's one of the best defensive players in Catawba County in North Carolina. In North Carolina right now, I was reading just a couple of rankings he's got right now. He's the number 1 tackler in 2A football. Okay, he's the number 2 in the state, 1A through 4A, and also right now he's number 43 in the nation in solo tackles. So the young man's name is Jordan Lineberger. Welcome to our show. We got him and his pops here, Dontavius. Appreciate you guys coming by to talk to us. First of all, last night, I know in the loss last night, how many tackles did you have last night, Jordan?
I'm not sure about that yet. I need to wait for the stats to update, but definitely over 10, I'd assume. I've been averaging like 15 a game. So.
Average 15 tackles a game. Wow, that's pretty impressive. I think I was sitting here with you. You said you had like 3 sacks last night.
Yes, sir.
That's pretty big. What position you play?
I play outside linebacker / DN. I'm main and middle linebacker right now. They switched me to that this year, so really play all over the field.
So you're just all over the field. So you love that contact.
What year are you?
2024, senior.
Okay.
He's a senior. So give us some schools that's on your radar, that you're on their radar, that's been recruiting you right now.
Right now I'm being recruited by schools like App State, Gardner-Webb, LR, Limestone, Mars Hill, schools like that. Okay,
I like that. Several schools looking at this young man. And all I've been hearing is you're just a class act too, on the field and off the field. And obviously, that comes back to your parents. I got kids of my own, and we always preaching, treat people like you want to be treated. Treat people like you always want to be treated, and everything else will fall in place. What age did you start playing football?
I started playing football about 13 years old. I was in 7th grade. I never played football when I was younger due to safety reasons. My mom, my dad just thought it'd be best, but my dad finally got that push when I was in 7th grade to, let me start playing football, and ever since then, just took off.
Wow, so that's pretty awesome. So, speaking, you're still raw then. You're only going to get better. You had a late start. Yeah, so you had a late start. Tell us, like I said, I got his father here, Dontavius. Tell me when you knew he was ready for football.
Just developing in 7th grade. Started weightlifting then. Obviously, don't want to start any earlier than 12, 13 years old. So he was just dedicated to the gym. Always didn't have to beg, didn't have to ask him more than once. Just always wanted to put in the work and be, seemed like a step above than everybody else. He's already felt like he was behind just, starting 7th grade because a lot of kids play Pop Warner, but he didn't do that. But him just coming in wanting to make sure he's outlasting everybody stamina-wise, being strong, not being bullied. You know what I'm saying? You want to be out there and be a presence, and he literally took it and just ran with it because even with COVID, 9th grade year, because he didn't play his freshman year, in the house, dumbbells, push-ups, outside running, just doing things that, separates you from being a athlete or a great athlete.
That's
and also
awesome.
comes with personality too. So.
Oh yeah, that's awesome, man. And work ethic. You know, I got a son. You know, that's a junior, and the work ethic shows everything. I mean, you know, you gotta have great work ethic. You know, it ain't. But Sherrod, you got a question for the young man?
Do you play any sports Do you play any sports outside of basketball? Football.
Yeah, my first sport I ever played was baseball. I've been playing it ever since I was about 10 years old. So.
And the reason I ask is a lot of people like you need to just specialize and stick to one sport, and I'm like, other sports help out, and you're like a prime example. You know, you learn to move your feet and coordinate. That's why I ask that.
Everything runs together. Yeah, all sports do.
Yeah. My oldest son, when he was being recruited in soccer, a college soccer coach wanted him to give up basketball, and we sat down as a family, and he said, no, I don't want to give up basketball. So I said, well, let's take that school off your list, because, you know, we're not, you only have 4 years of high school. I want you to do everything, you know. So, and I think that's where all parents, my opinion, and that's just my opinion. I don't think you should get stuck with one sport.
Exactly.
You can get burnt out easy. You can get burnt out easy, and I always teach play every sport. Hey, run track, run everything, do everything you can, and because 4 years fly by. And, you know, even at my age, you know, we think about high school years, you know, and I think that's anyone that loves sports, you know. So, and you only have, that's why I tell kids, and honestly, kids don't realize it they don't realize it while they're in school. That, you know, and I had a couple kids last year on my AAU basketball team that, you know, couldn't play AAU basketball no more. And, you know, it flew by. It just flew by. I wish I would have acted different when I was a sophomore or junior.
Yeah.
You know, it flies by. So that's you know, teach your kids, and, you know, play all sports. You know, it's only once. It's only once. So I got a couple awards right here that you've gotten, Jordan. Tell us a little bit about this couple awards we got out here.
I was nominated for Male Athlete of the Month and ended up winning that. And at the end of the year, end of the football season, I'll be in a running for Male Athlete of the Year. So I'll go vote for me for that one.
Wow, that's awesome. And I see another big one here that they give out, once a week here?
Oh, yeah.
So I like this one, too.
Yeah, I got the golden helmet last week, actually. Or not last week, but the week before that against East Burke. I had 22 tackles, forced fumble, a touchdown. So
20? Did you say 22 tackles?
22, and 20 of them solo. So.
Good gracious. I thought 10 was good.
For real,
22 tackles. This man's all over the field. What number are you, Jordan?
34.
34. Well, I need 34. So but we'll keep up with you the rest of the year, and I wish you the best. You know, your next coming games, and pray that you stay healthy. That's why I want all the kids. Main thing is just stay healthy. Okay, stay healthy and keep doing what you're doing. And I'm sure more colleges gonna come jump at you your way. Like I said, I always tell the kids, keep God first. Okay, keep God first, and keep doing what you're doing, and main thing on the field. But I know you're doing great things off the field because I know your dad. All right, so thank you for stopping by our podcast, and you're welcome to stop by anytime. All right, thank you guys. Hold on, JP, we got a couple comments. What we got?
Let me see. We got Darius Corday Miller. Oh yeah, he said he's here, but he said he was on the way to talk his.
Hey, I'm gonna let him talk. I'm gonna let him talk.
Sorry we got to you late. So yeah. So I guess we can. We got another comment, but that's not pertaining to anything. But I guess we'll get ready to go to the flip side.
All right, hey, catch us on the flip side. We'll be back. Talking a little bit about main Bunker Hill since Pharaoh here. Welcome back to Flip's Barbershop Sports Talk. Still talking about last night's football games, high school football games. Several games, several scores we got. What we've been talking about, Sherrall, Bunker Hill 49, Maiden 9, Bandy's 34, Newton 20, Lincoln 42, Eastburg 14, West Lincoln 54, West Caldwell 14, Hickory 51, West Iredale 27, St. Stephen's 13, East Lincoln 55, North Lincoln 49, Ford 14. Several big games last night, Sherrall. What game was you like shocked kind of with the score?
I was really shocked with the Bunker Hill Maiden score. I thought it would be a little closer. Between you see the scores, you see the records, and you hear a lot of the talk even if you can't make it to some of the games. But to win by 40, I didn't think they're going to pull it up, that big of a win.
40 points.
Yeah, I agree. I was kind of shocked with the score myself, but hey, Bunker Hill is talented this year. Bunker Hill is talented this year. And like I said, once they get into the playoffs, obviously I'm a Maiden Blue Devil because I went there. My son plays there, but as far as Bunker Hill goes, I'm gonna go watch them when Maiden's out, and I'm on Hickory's bandwagon too. So
well, I went to Hickory, so I'm gonna hope they do good.
Hickory tough, real tough.
Yeah,
I had siblings to go to Bunker Hill, so I got to show them some love too.
Oh yeah, no doubt,
and,
no doubt.
Then you got this fella.
But hey, right here we got one of Bunker Hill's biggest fans, and also a good friend of mine. You knew him since he was a kid. Used to travel on my AAU basketball teams and
good old days.
Yeah, good old days. And but we got old Pharaoh Miller here. He want to discuss a little bit about the game last night. Just tell us what he thought. I'm sure I know what he's thinking, but let's keep it clean, Pharaoh.
Now, one thing I'm gonna say, that atmosphere in that game, man. Like, I wish back when I was playing, like it's just different. The atmosphere is different.
Yeah, I tell you what, that was one of them great back in 1990 games back in the day when it was Maiden Bunker Hill, Maiden Newton game, Newton. Them games, it was packed last night, and I'm a fan of the small stadiums like Bunker Hill and like Bandy's, the big stadiums where they got the track around them, you sitting up high. I'm not a big fan of that. You don't feel the tightness and the closeness in the games like that. But last night was a big atmosphere last night with a lot of, I don't even know how many fans were there, but I know there was a lot of fans tailgating before the game.
Yeah, I've heard there was a lot of tailgating last night and such. I didn't get to make it. Like I said, I had other things going on stop me from making it down there last night.
But Pharaoh, what did you think? When you watching the game, when did you realize that Bunker Hill was just a little, better than Maiden?
Well, before the game started, to be honest, but now, like I said, Bunker Hill defense, they tough.
They are.
And I said that before the game. I said, watch Bunker Hill defense. Y'all keep talking about the running game, which Will is number 5. He bad. They quarterback nice. They nice, but that defense, they gonna keep them in a good running.
I tell you what, Pharaoh, that's a great point. Last night, all we kept hearing is, running back Jason Willis, how they gonna score points. You better keep up. Yeah. But I'm telling you right now, that defense for Bunker Hill, once they hit, the first person hit you, it's like swarming bees. It's like swarming bees. I didn't see one solo tackle. Mm-hmm. I seen it was about 6 men, 8 men on them. And when you look around, you see there's 3 guys left on defense. Everybody else is on the tackler.
Yes, sir.
They're fast. When you see them SEC schools, that's what you see when you see Bunker Hill out there. They are fast. They are fast around this area.
Fast.
They are fast. Now, it's a little difference. It's a little difference when you go playoff time. You got Reedsville. You got Salisbury. You got Shelby's. But I'm telling you right now, Bunker Hill is legit to me. And they
defense travels.
And they showed it. And they showed
defense
it.
Win championships. Yeah, I love defense.
And they showed it. And they showed it last night. I don't think, like you said, people talk about offense scores points, but I'm telling you, I've always said if you don't score points, you can't lose. You can't lose. I tell my girls that if the other team don't score, we can't lose. We can tie, but we can't lose. And I tell you what, people kept talking about Bunker Hill's offense, but their defense is loaded.
It's nice, man. Like you said, they swarm to the ball, and how they energy, they clap hands.
Yeah, I love that. I think I was telling my son last night. I looked over there and and every time they was playing a song, the defensive lineman, it was a defensive lineman number 66. I don't know his name, but he was dancing. He was dancing to every song.
Yeah, they was turned up.
I mean, they was having fun, and that's the main thing is have fun. And just pray that none of them kids get injured or nothing like that. But it was a great atmosphere, and they said, you know, Bunker Hill got I think they got, is it Newton next?
Yep, Newton at Newton, I think.
It's a Newton at Newton. So
at Newton.
yeah, because Bunker Hill senior night was last night. So yes, they got two away games. But I can't wait till the playoffs start. I can't wait till the playoffs start and keep up. But Pharaoh, I appreciate you stopping by. I know you was dying to come by here. I knew you was dying, and I can't believe there ain't more Bunker Hill fans out here. But I think they still sleep from last night.
They partied.
Oh, they partied. Hey, 33 years. I know they partied.
It took us 30-something years to beat y'all by 40. I'll take it.
Appreciate it, y'all. 40. But we're going to take a small break, and when we get back, we're going to jump into college football predictions. Appreciate you, Pharaoh Miller, for coming by. Catch us on the flip side.
No problem.
Hey, welcome back to Flips Barbershop Sports Talk. We're done talking about high school football. Now, you know, it's Saturday, so you know what today is, football Saturday. Sure, some big games today. I'm going to go around and, you know, talk about the top 25 games for right now. We got, 12 o'clock game. We got Georgia at Vanderbilt. Right now, the line is like Georgia 32.5. So,
I'm going to say Georgia's going to pull that off.
Cover that spread. Okay, cover that spread.
I don't know if they'll cover it, but
that's a lot of points.
Yeah,
that's a
exactly.
lot. At Vanderbilt. I'm going to take the points in that game. And I'm calling that a lot for Vanderbilt. Indiana at Michigan. Michigan's favored by 33. But you know what? Michigan always covers. So that's a Michigan. I'm gonna roll down, and then we'll pick some big games that we'll predict on. Sherrod, I'm gonna just go down the line right quick. We ain't predicting yet, but I'll go to some games. Ohio State at Purdue. Ohio State's favored by 17.5. You got Syracuse at Florida State. Florida State's rolling. Florida State's rolling. Sherrod, what you think about Florida State?
They're looking like really good this year. Possible ACC champions. It's whoever plays them, whether you're going there or they're coming to you, you're in for a fight.
Yeah, I do agree. I think they're going to end up in Charlotte in the ACC championship game.
Exactly.
We got Arkansas at Alabama. I like Alabama covering them points. Alabama's 19.5-point favorite. I like Alabama.
They could do that with Arkansas.
Yeah. Just going down, Michigan State at Rutgers. We got Iowa State at Cincinnati. We got Temple at North Texas. We got Georgia Southern at James Madison. We got Kent State at Eastern Michigan. Navy at Charlotte. California at your boys, Utah.
Yeah, Utah.
Hey, that's going to be a good game. Utah minus 9.5.
Utah's going to get that one.
Utah going to give it to them?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do like Utah at home. I do. I tell you what, the game at 3:30. Game at 3:30. The biggest game of the day besides the late game. Number 8, Oregon at number 7, Washington.
That's
wow.
Gonna be a good one.
Hey, I'm telling you right now, Washington, the quarterback, Penix, he's the real deal.
yeah,
Nobody talks about him because he's out on the West Coast.
Yeah.
But Washington is the real deal.
It's going to be a good one. It's either going to be one or two ways. It's going to be really tight, or one team is going to fold early, and it's going to be wide open.
Yeah, I tell you what, I like the points in that game, the over. I don't know what the over is right now. 67. Wow.
Yeah, that's.
But I do. I'm telling you right now, if people hadn't seen the Penix kid from Washington, the quarterback, that kid is legit. Everybody keeps talking about Caleb Williams and stuff, but this kid is legit. Which Oregon, Oregon's legit too. So I mean, what is Nix quarterback for them?
Yeah, Bo Nix.
Bo Nix, yeah, he's as tough as you're gonna get.
Yeah,
and he showed prime time how tough he was.
Yeah.
So, but obviously, that win against Colorado ain't proven to be much, because Colorado's going downhill. Honestly,
like I said, you got to give him some time. He still got.
No, yeah, I'm not saying that. I'm not. Colorado will be legit in a couple of years. Texas A&M and Tennessee will be a good game. Kansas, Oklahoma State. Who else we got? Florida, South Carolina will be a good game. Florida, South Carolina will be a good game.
Be a good one.
They're at South Carolina. South Carolina's -1. I kind of like Florida in that game. Raw.
That's a toss-up. That's a toss-up game because, Florida show up sometimes. Same with South Carolina. I'd have to say that's a toss-up. You flip a coin and take your luck with it.
Yep. Let's go to some other games. We got Iowa and Wisconsin. Wisconsin -9. That'd be a good game. Iowa's 5-1. Wisconsin's 4-1. So that'd be a good game. What about number 14, Louisville? Louisville's undefeated, 6-0, traveling to Pittsburgh. I like Louisville in that game. Gerard,
it'll probably be a pretty good game. Louisville. I think Louisville can do it. Pittsburgh's going to play hard, though. They're not just going to roll over for them. But, I'm going to have to go with you on that one. Louisville will get that.
Yeah. In the Pac-12, you got Arizona at Washington State. SEC game tonight, 7 o'clock game is going to be a good one, I think. Auburn, LSU. LSU favored by 10.5. So that'll be a good game. Then you got, I think the game. UCLA. Oh, hey.
That's the game everybody's talking about.
USC at Notre Dame.
Yes,
USC at Notre Dame. We're going to go by and ask for people's predictions in that game.
Hey, big game in the ACC tonight. Nobody's real. I didn't know they played tonight. Honestly, Miami at North Carolina, 7:30. Wow, Carolina's favored by 3. Who you liking at?
I'm a Carolina fan. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I am, but I think Miami is gonna end up getting that one. I just got to be for real.
But who you like in the other game? In the USC Notre Dame game?
USC Notre Dame. I would like to see Notre Dame to pull that one off.
Notre Dame.
That's what I'd like to see.
I'm a big Irish fan, so I'm pulling for Notre Dame. You got UCLA at Oregon State.
Oregon State's been looking good lately. I can't say his name. DJ Uwe.
Yeah.
DJ Uwe.
The transfer from Clemson.
Yeah. With him, back there in under center, they're looking really good. They're having some good wins this year. So, I believe they could get to UCLA. They'll be able to get past them.
Another big game tonight. NC State at Duke. NC State at Duke's going to be a good one. NC State 4-2 at Duke 4-1. Duke's -3. Who you like?
And they're at Duke.
It's at Duke, yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking Duke's gonna get it. They're playing hard this year. Their quarterback is looking really good. Quarterback play, skill positions. I think they can get it.
I like Duke in that game. Another late game right there, Missouri at Kentucky. Hey, that's 2 5-1 teams right there. 2 5-1 teams. Missouri at Kentucky, and Kentucky's -2.5. Who you like in that game?
Going up there, going to Lexington, I'm gonna have to stay with the Wildcats. Kentucky can get it.
Okay. We're gonna get some predictions on some games. Starting off with let's go. Pass the mic around, Sherrod. Pass the mic around. Make sure it's on. And let's go with the first big game. The first big game. Let's see. The one I'm gonna pick a game, and let's go. Oregon at Washington. Oregon at Washington. Go around and ask, and let's see who we got.
Washington, college football. Who do you think can pull that one out? Who do you have?
I'll take Oregon.
You just want to see a good game?
I take, yeah.
Oregon and Washington. Who do you take?
Washington.
Oregon and Washington. Who do you take?
Kayla,
Amelia?
what's going on?
Washington.
Y'all doing all right? Y'all gonna have a seat? Y'all have a seat over here.
Hey there, little
Is there
devil
anybody
dog.
else
Who
out
do
there?
you take? Oregon and Washington. Who do you predict?
All right.
Oregon.
I'm gonna keep it. We're gonna talk about college football and NFL.
Oregon and Washington.
I'm gonna go Oregon.
What about you?
Good.
I got Oregon.
There's a lot of Oregon in here. Oregon crowd. Oregon and Washington. Who do you like?
Get away from me.
It's always one in the crowd. It's a little hard to get along with.
Yeah, give me Oregon.
And there it is. Very much Oregon crowd in here today.
Who we got?
It's an Oregon. Very much Oregon.
Everybody jumped on
today.
Oregon?
Yeah, it's a few watching, but overall, this is the Oregon crowd in here.
I'm picking the upset tonight. I'm going with Washington. 3:30 game. That's a 3:30 game. Oregon at Washington. Hey, we'll keep the mic going around. Let's start off with. Let's go to our next big game. Let's go. Hey, let's jump on this game. Auburn and LSU.
Which Tiger do you tie? Auburn or LSU?
LSU.
What about you?
LSU. Auburn's 3-2.
LSU
LSU's
right
4-2. Auburn and LSU. Hey, Sherrod, get everybody involved. All the women
right.
and everybody.
I'm trying. Auburn or LSU? Who do you predict for tonight?
LSU.
Well, it's a lot of LSU fans here today. And what about over here in this corner? Who would y'all predict? Undecided?
LSU.
LSU Tigers are hot right now.
It's
Auburn
or LSU?
KK's usually right.
Ladies.
LSU.
LSU.
No love here.
No loving tonight.
Auburn
no
or
loving
LSU?
with the Auburn Tigers
LSU.
tonight.
LSU.
Pharaoh, Auburn or LSU?
I'm gonna go with Auburn on this.
LSU.
Don't ask Scrooge. Well, you heard that in this crowd. It really is a LSU crowd. There was
LSU crowd.
One pick for Auburn out there today.
Girls that come in. All right, what we got? Last game. We'll go two more games on predictions. Let's go. Hey, the big one tonight. We got USC at Notre Dame. Hey, I'm going with the Irish. I'm going with the Irish tonight. Upset.
Irish or USC?
USC.
Who we choosing?
Notre Dame and USC.
Notre Dame.
All right. We got him. So Auburn and USC and Notre Dame. Notre Dame. All right, that's 3 Notre Dame, 1 USC. Notre Dame or LSU?
LSU.
Notre Dame or USC? I'm sorry, excuse me.
Sherrod's all over the place. Sherrod, get your mind right.
Notre Dame or USC?
USC, but I wouldn't be surprised if Notre Dame wins.
I like that.
What about you?
USC.
Hey.
I'm going for Notre Dame. Notre Dame.
There you go, Pharaoh. There you go, Pharaoh.
USC all day.
Get your mind right.
Split crowd in here today with that one between Notre Dame and USC. And the next one.
Next game we're going to jump on. Let's go. Hey, that's a big ACC game tonight. ACC game tonight. We got Miami Hurricanes at North Carolina Tar Heels. UNC is favored by -3, -3.
Okay.
Just
so,
3.
You say UNC or Florida?
No, Miami.
Miami, excuse me.
UNC.
Come on, Sherrod. Like Funny Marco says, get your mind right.
Yeah, I got to. UNC or Miami? 1-1 so far. Would any of you like to make a prediction on this? UNC or Miami?
UNC has it completely.
Let's come over here. UNC or Miami?
UNC.
Tar Heels.
Flip, UNC or Miami?
Tar Heels for the win, Miami for the cover.
What about you, young man?
I got UNC.
Miami.
You got one more to ask.
Hey, that.
UNC or Miami?
Miami.
Now, you didn't want to talk before. Okay. Well, a little bit of a split crowd. But
all right, Sherrod, appreciate that. Listen, we're going to take a 30-second break, and then we're going to talk NFL, and then I got my Athletes Lab Soccer Club girls in the house. All right? Hey, catch us on the flip side. 30 seconds. All righty. Welcome back to Flip's Barbershop Sports Talk. Real quick, like we keep advertising, don't forget, next Saturday, October 21st, the first annual Flip's Barbershop Madden 24 PS5 Xbox tournament, starting at 10 o'clock. Also, my older U17 girls, Athletes Lab Soccer girls, will be having a hamburger hot dog sale next Saturday from 9 until about 1 o'clock, until we sell out. And all that goes to the girls trying to get soccer bags, pay for more soccer balls, and enter more tournaments, okay? And we will be talking about to our athlete girls here in a second. But right now we're going to do a roundup on NFL pro games coming up. This past Thursday, Kansas City beat Denver. Denver's not looking good. They're having some problems over there. They're having some problems over there with Sean Payton and Russell Wilson. We got an early game tomorrow again, 9:30 in the morning game. Baltimore. Hey, this is gonna be a good game. Baltimore at Tennessee. Baltimore at Tennessee. Sherrod, who you got?
I'm gonna have to go with Tennessee. They're gonna kind of just grind it out.
I'm going against you on that one. I'm going with the Ravens. I'm going with Lamar on that one. We got the Washington Commanders, Redskins at Atlanta. Who you got?
Atlanta's looking pretty good. I'm gonna have to go with them. They're looking, fairly decent. Nobody's really a big favorite other than we know who, but I'm gonna say Atlanta with that one.
I like the Falcons in that one too. Minnesota Vikings at the Chicago Bears. Who you got?
Well, what's you on here lately? I'm gonna go with Minnesota.
Minnesota. I'm going with Chicago. I'm going with Chicago on that one. I think their turnaround started last week, and I think they're going to continue it this week. So I'm jumping on Justin and company. All right, Seattle at Cincinnati. Who you got?
I'm just gonna have to say this. I'm gonna have to go with Seattle because every time I pick Cincinnati, they disappoint me. So I'm gonna have to go ahead and just go with Seattle.
I'm jumping back on that Joe Burrow bandwagon. I think they started it last week. They showed out last week, and I don't think Seattle has anything for them at Cincy. I think this is going to be a good game. I know people think this might be a blowout, but I'm telling you, San Fran at Cleveland. Well, Deshaun Watson ain't playing, though, so, yeah, it could be a blowout. But San Fran at Cleveland.
San Fran.
Yeah, I'm going to jump on that. Carolina Panthers at the Miami Dolphins. Woo. This might be ugly quick.
We're going to have to go with the Fins.
Yeah, I got the Fins in that one, too. Detroit Lions at Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Detroit.
Who you got?
Tampa Bay.
All righty. Indianapolis Colts. I got the Bucs. No. I'm going with Detroit Lions. Sorry. I'm going with Detroit Lions.
Dang.
Indianapolis Colts at Jacksonville Jaguars.
Jacksonville. I'm going to have to go with Jacksonville on that one.
I like
they
Jacksonville,
got to kind
too.
of defend their home sometime.
New Orleans Saints at the Houston Texans.
I'm going with the Saints.
Saints. I got the Saints, too. Okay. New England Patriots at Las Vegas Raiders.
The Patriots and Raiders kind of doesn't really affect too much. But the Raiders got to play, somewhat decent. They got to, kind of defend their home.
Taking the Raiders?
Yes, sir.
All right. I like the Raiders, too. Cardinals at the Rams. No, at the Chargers, excuse me.
Cardinals at Chargers?
Yes.
Chargers.
I like the Chargers, too. All right, my boys, fly, Eagles, fly at New York Jets.
That's kind of a no-brainer. We're going to have to go with the Eagles, even if they do have fleas.
I'm going with my boys. Wow, this could be a blowout in a Sunday night game. Your New York Giants at Buffalo Bills. This could be ugly quick.
Yes, we know, and I'm going to say what I said before. Until we do better, we're still dumpster juice. So I'm going to have to go with the Bills.
All right. I'm jumping on the Bills on that one, too. Last game, Monday night game. We can pass the mic around on this game. We can pass the mic around on this game and get everybody involved. This is the last game, Monday night game. We'll get them boys, the Dallas Cowboys at the Chargers. Hey, I'm going to go ahead and give my prediction first. All right. I like the Chargers in that game. Actually, the game I said earlier, my fault. It was Arizona Cardinals at the Rams. Dallas Cowboys at Chargers. Okay? What? They do got them. I still like the Chargers in that game.
Chargers or Cowboys? Who do you like, Mike? Football, Chargers or Cowboys?
I don't know. I think Chargers going to win that.
What about you, Chargers or Cowboys?
Chargers.
You got to ask, Chargers or Cowboys?
Cowboys.
This seems to be a very Cowboy-dominant crowd here. Cowboys or Chargers?
Dallas.
Oh, so you can. Okay, just making sure. Yeah. We don't want to hear all that.
Man, what kind of question is that? Cowboys.
Cowboys or Chargers in late game?
Chargers. All the way around.
Ladies, they're saying y'all have to be involved. So we're gonna need to know: do y'all like the Cowboys or the Chargers? To win, Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I think the Cowboys are gonna win.
The Chargers. Chargers.
Chargers. Chargers. Chargers.
Well, the soccer team seems to like the Chargers, and let's going around. Chargers or Cowboys?
Cowboys.
The Chargers or the Cowboys in the Monday night game? Chargers.
Hey, you're good. Ain't many Cowboy fans here. Good.
So y'all heard that. I'm going to go with the soccer team. They were predominantly Chargers. So, they got a lot of support here, obviously.
Cowboys at Chargers right now. So Monday night, it's a big game for the Cowboys, and a big game for the Chargers. So we'll see who takes that game. But that's all the Sunday games for tomorrow. When we get back, we'll be talking to Athletes Lab Soccer Club girls team. All right, please catch us on the flip side. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Flip's Barbershop Sports Talk. Quick reminder again, and I keep reminding you about next Saturday. Don't forget about our Madden 24 PS5 Xbox tournament right here at 10 o'clock next Saturday. Double elimination, first and second place prizes. Also, we will be having a hamburger hot dog sale from these young ladies here, fundraiser sale. And it'll be hamburger hot dog sale from 9 to about 1 o'clock until we sell out. Okay, until we sell out. So that'll be next Saturday, October 21st. Don't forget, come and enjoy. Hey, and we still have spots open for that PS5 tournament. We still have spots open, $25 entry fee. And like I said, we'll be giving first place wins $150, second place $50. So don't forget, hey, quit talking about how good your game is and be about it, all right? So I heard a lot at the football game yesterday. I had a lot of kids come up to me and ask me when the PS5 tournament, but I don't see none of you registering, all right? So we still got spots open. We still got several spots open. Like I said, I got my Athletes Lab Soccer Club U17, U15 girls here with me today. These girls consist of different schools around the area, around Catawba County, Lincoln County. And in a second, I'm going to let them introduce themselves with your name, what position you play, and what school you go to, and also what grade you're in, all right? These young ladies, we've played in how many tournaments? Two? We played in 2 tournaments. First tournament, we were runner-up. Second tournament, we won the championship last weekend in Columbia, South Carolina. This weekend, the U15 team will be traveling to Mooresville, North Carolina, to play in the tournament. And then we'll be here local November 4th and 5th. November 4th and 5th with the U17 girls program. We play up here in Hickory, North Carolina. So that'll be November 4th and 5th. So, like I said, we'll be traveling in November. I think we'll travel one time in December. January, we got a big Adidas Classic tournament coming up. It's like a showcase tournament in January. And we'll end our season in February. So it's been a long season. We started since last February. So we've been going for a while. But these young ladies, this is our first season with Athletes Lab Soccer Club. And honestly, it's been going better than expected. Like I said, all my girls are from different areas, different schools around Catawba County, Lincoln County area. So I'm going to let them introduce themselves, and we're going to ask them some questions about last weekend's tournament championship, and also, the one we had in the previous in the championship when we came runner-up. But I'm going to let them introduce themselves, tell us your name, your grade, what school you go to, and also what position you play. All right?
I'm Nicole Moore Brown. I'm in 8th grade at Lincoln Charter, and I play defense and goalie.
I'm Brenna Dillard, and I go to West Lincoln Middle School. I'm in 8th grade, and I play midfield.
I'm Allison Carpenter. I go to Maiden High School. I'm a junior, and I play left wing.
I'm Madeline Dillard. I'm a junior at West Lincoln High School, and I play striker.
I'm Brianna. I'm a junior at Lincoln Charter, and I play goalkeeper.
I'm Kayla Nessler. I'm in 9th grade. I go to Lincoln Charter, and I play center back.
Thank you, girls. I'm going to let you talk a little bit about last weekend's tournament, what you thought about the tournament, stuff that happened during the games and stuff like that. But let me say a little thing about these young ladies. They're a class act to coach too. I've been coaching for 20 years, and this group of girls I fell in love with the first couple of days of practice. I treat them like my own. Honestly, they're old enough, young enough to be my daughters, but and that's the way we teach at Athletes Lab. I want them to do great on the field, but these young ladies are just class acts off the field. I'm always asking them, how their grades doing, how they doing in school. Because one thing we are doing at Athletes Lab is we're wanting them to have stellar high school careers, but if they're wanting to play at the next level, we're definitely trying to get them there. And if they can, keep their grades up, then go anywhere. And honestly, there's, I got a handful of girls that in my, sitting down with me and my son, Coach Casey, we've talked, and I got a handful of girls that can play at the next level. And at the next level, we're talking, D1, D2, NAIA. So, it's different types of next level that they can go play at. But and I got, right now we're playing U17, but I got 3 12-year-olds. I got several 13-year-olds, several 14-year-olds. We're playing up every tournament. So, these girls are talented. I mean, we're playing against girls that's honestly that's going to be in college next year. So, I'm proud of these girls and the way they play on the field, but also the things they do off the field, and I also preach, play other sports. I got other girls on my team that's right now. I think they're playing volleyball. Some of them play basketball when basketball season starts. It ain't just, all about soccer. Obviously, we're practicing twice a week. We're playing on the weekends. You can easily get burnt out if you're doing it, too much. But these young ladies are very talented young ladies. I think I had several young ladies just announce that they was in middle school. Yes, in middle school, and we're playing high school ball. We're playing against, U17, U18 teams, and I got, a 13-year-old, 14-year-old, 12-year-old playing against them. So I love these young ladies, and we got a long season still ahead of us, and but I'm proud of them. I'm proud of the girls I got, and like I said, this is our first year, so it's only going to get better. We have tryouts again starting in the springtime. So I'm sure it's going to be, more girls added to the squad. So, but I'm going to see who wants to talk about next week's tournament. Who are we talking? Last week's tournament. Who we got? Maddie grabbed the mic. Sherrod, you got any questions for these young ladies?
I would like to ask them, knowing that y'all were the first group to do this, y'all pretty much set the standard. How do y'all feel about that? Because, it's going to be younger ladies looking up to y'all like, they did it. I'd like to do it. How do y'all feel about that?
I'm very excited to see where Athletes Lab goes. Like, we're brand new. We're already winning tournaments, and I'm really excited to see where it goes.
You want to answer that? That question?
Yeah, as a first-year soccer club, I feel like it's really strong. Next year is going to be even stronger. So, I mean, for the new girls that are going to join the team next year, we've already built like a foundation, and we know the standard, how the tournaments are going to be. So we just got to work harder next year.
Pass the mic to KK. I got a question for KK. This is, by the way, we talking about other sports, but this young lady, she dances, and I always tell her, I don't go specifically every time but I've been coaching 20 years, and this young lady right here is probably one of the toughest players, boys and girls, that I've ever coached. Like, and that's saying a lot. And her ceiling is just unbelievable. And I tell her every week. She gets down on herself sometimes, but I tell her every week, I'm telling you, you're playing and she's one of the ones that I talk about playing at the next level. And you think she's a junior. No, this young lady's a freshman. I had coaches, in fact, it was the last tournament. Like one coach, I can't remember what, he said, you got a heck of a defender. He didn't say heck of a defender, and I said, yeah. But you wouldn't think this young lady dances. She dances. And I told her I want to get to one of her dances. I don't what they call them, dance recitals,
dance competitions.
But I told her I want to. But she runs on the soccer field like she's a dancer. She's running on her tippy toes all the time. But she looked like, I'm telling you, when me and Casey said, Casey even mentioned it to my son Casey. He said, Daddy, she runs like a deer. I said, she does. She really does. But she's something special. And but KK, tell us about. I know a lot of girls don't like playing. Soccer. You hear about goals, scoring soccer goals, but I always tell my girls, like, defense wins championships. And I always tell them, if the other team don't score, we can't lose. Okay, we can't lose. We can tie. So this young lady, and I got a great defensive backs that play, but this young lady's the leader of that side of the ball. And what you like about playing defense?
Okay, I like playing defense because like he said, like if you're good at defense, like you can't get scored on. Like you got to be good, Yes, you can knock people down.
Like I said, she's tough. She might not look like she's tough, but when she put them soccer shorts and that soccer jersey on, a different animal comes out. Pass the mic to Brent over here.
Do any of you play other sports other than soccer, other than just you?
Oh yeah.
Tell us the sports you play.
I play volleyball.
Cross country.
And volleyball.
So two of you can really hurt someone with a ball, and the other will run forever.
Yeah.
Run across country.
Allison can run forever. This young lady behind me, she can run forever. But I got 3 upperclassmen up here. I got 2 juniors? No, all 3 juniors. All 3 juniors right here, and all these 3 young ladies are going places also. So they're going places, and let me brag on this. Their academics is unbelievable. Their academics, and your academics come before anything. I always said God first, family second, academics third, and sports fourth, and that's the way I truly believe. Like, if you put the man upstairs in your life, you can do a lot of things. And these young ladies are I'm telling you, I don't just like coaching them in soccer, because I'm one of them coaches. I believe players make coaches.
Yeah.
Okay? We can put them in the right position, but if you don't have great players, you ain't winning. Players make coaches. Any coach can say whatever they want, and they can disagree. But if they, players make coaches. I got a young lady. Brenda, grab the mic. I've been talking about upperclassmen and these young ladies, but this young lady right here, just like I brag on KK, this young lady right here, I get people asking me, and like, you know, she's got to be a sophomore. She got to be a junior, just the way she plays. And she's probably this young lady, and I can tell, and we've had conversations, and her parents. As hard as I coach, I'm harder on her than anybody on this team. I'm harder on her on anybody on this team. You can hear me if you record the game. You can probably hear me holler Brenda 60 times a game. Okay, but this young lady, she's only in the 8th grade. She's only in the 8th grade, and the reason I ride her so much is because I know her potential. Okay, just like KK, but I know her potential, and the reason I get on her so much is because I know there's colleges looking at her already. I just I know there is, but this young lady is probably one of the most athletic girls on the soccer team. She can play any position, and actually this weekend my starting goalie can only play I think half a day, and practice the other day I was looking around and like somebody gonna have to play goalie because Nicole can't play after 1 o'clock, so Brenda got chosen to play goalie, and no complaints. She just and she said, I've never played goalie before. I've done, but what you want to do is put the most athletic person out there on sometimes at goalie and just see what happens. But so she's playing goalie this weekend, and you'll see. I mean, you'll see what she does. But Brenda, I'm proud of you. I know I ride you and I get on your nerves but at the end of the day, she knows that Coach Lee loves her. She knows that I love her at the end of the day. And I think she's one of them players that she can take the criticism. Because one thing I learned from coaching boys and girls, that you got to be a little bit softer on girls sometimes. And they can't take the same criticism. But this young lady, she has took so much criticism from me. And to be honest with it, she's going to keep taking it because I'm going to keep giving it. But I promise you, at the end of the season, she's going to be still standing up. Right, Brenna?
Yes.
But tell me what you enjoyed so far of the season. So far.
So I obviously like winning, but I also like how we've come together as more than a team and like as a family, and like how when we go out to eat, we like sit with like different types of groups of people, and we get to know like other people other than our friends that we already know, and I don't know, I just like that.
Sherrod, you see what I'm saying? Like, remember when I said God first, family second?
Yes.
Like, these girls, when you ask them their favorite moment, it ain't scoring 2 goals on the soccer field. She just said going out to eat and spend the time with different. And that's what we teach. That's what we teach. I tell them at the end of the day, listen, I got 2 daughters, but at the end of the day, I really got 24 daughters, because I consider both of them, all of them 22, my daughters. And they know, and listen, I know they talk about Coach Dennis behind his back. Dang, Coach Dennis doing this, Coach Dennis doing that. But at the end of the day, they know they can come ask Coach Dennis for anything, and I'm gonna be there. Okay, but and I know I say I ride Brenda all the time. I do, but I ride all of them. Okay, I ride all of them, and I'm proud of the group. But the glue to this team is these 3 girls, and I think I'm missing one, right, Kinsley. But these 3 girls right here are juniors in high school, and every time right here in the center, right here, Bree, Maddie, and Allison. And every time I want something done, I'm screaming, Maddie, Allison, Kinsley. I always say Bree, but I call Bree about 10 different names. Bless her heart. But at the end of the day, these 3 right here, and Kinsley, they get them together. I remember one tournament, actually our first tournament. I told them, let's have some quality time and just get different girls in each group. And I think I got a picture of Maddie with one group, Bree with one group, Kinsley one group, and Allison with one group. And they just had different girls and just talking, not even soccer, just talking personal life. Yeah. And I really like that about these girls. You got one more question for them, Sherrod, before we go?
Like I said, we already see your response to your biggest, thing of it is not going to be the scoring the goals and this and that. Like I said, it's more of a family atmosphere, which is always a good thing. But I'm going to ask y'all this. I'm going to ask you in front of your coach. If you can improve one thing about your coach, what would you improve?
Lord.
Hey, don't worry about we ain't at practice. I can't make you run.
Oh Lord. Okay. Do you know? Does anybody know?
Does anybody else know?
Hey, girls, don't be scared. Go ahead and answer. Don't be scared.
I know. I gotta think about it. Oh, I know.
Oh, I.
No, you go. Okay.
His drip.
Wait, one thing we would change? Oh, about him not practice?
About your coach. Or just
Oh.
period.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, about coach.
Practice
Get you some
or
dunks.
his trip, whatever. About your coach.
Oh, so I can do it about practice.
Hey.
When he makes us run like back and forth, then he's like, go 100, go 50. And he's like, he's always saying, this is the last one, and then we do 10 more.
I'll improve on that.
I need Dennis to get some cleats, and I need him to get out there and practice with us and show us how it's done.
My practice day is over with.
I think you still got a couple years in you. Yeah.
I wish I did. I wish I did.
Yes.
We good. Hey, go ahead.
I think he should work with different groups of girls in their own positions so that everybody can like learn a bit more and not like have to learn someone else's position while you're trying to learn yours.
I like that, Nicole. We always try to improve. Hey, listen, I'll tell you one thing I've learned. Even though I've been coaching 20 years, you always learn something and you always want to get better. You never know it all. You never know it all. And that's one thing that my coaching strategy. I don't know it all, and it's always to hear, good to hear, from different coaches, different kids. So, but listen, girls, I appreciate y'all coming by and stopping by. You didn't have to do this on a Saturday, but I appreciate you coming by. Don't forget, next Saturday in Mooresville, North Carolina, Athletes Lab coming to play. Okay, you 15 girls will be there in Mooresville, Saturday and Sunday tournament. And then don't forget, November 4th and 5th, U17 will be in Hickory, North Carolina. Hey, we're playing our local tournaments right now. So, and then I think we're going to, I can't remember where the Adidas Classic is, but I think it's in South Carolina. But, hey, pay attention to these young ladies, Athletes Lab Soccer Club girls. Hey, they're coming to your town, and watch them, okay? Watch them. But we're doing big things. This is our first year. We'll be back for our second year next year. Listen, we're done with Flip's Barbershop Sports Talk. Don't forget, we'll be live again next Saturday. PS5 tournament here, hamburger and hot dog sale. Don't forget, it's going to be big next Saturday. Hey, thank you. Catch us on the flip side.
And thank you, ladies, for coming. Good luck with the rest of your season. And everyone out there, support your youth sports organizations. It makes a difference. Whether it's school, rec, whatever, support them. Go out and cheer for them just like you would in local high school. It makes a difference in the kids. Thank you.